Prince Andrew has reportedly finalised a new agreement to stay in the Royal Lodge, but now insiders are claiming that important royal artefacts and artworks might have to be removed from the home. Why is that?
Yeah, so there's some speculation this week from Robert Hardman, who is King Charles's biographer. He definitely has an inside track on what's going on in the palace, and he thinks that it's not out of the realm of possibility that they will opt to remove some of the artworks and artefacts from Royal Lodge. As we've said before, you know, these huge homes are like museums. They contain priceless artworks, pieces from the royal collection, and there is this concern with the ongoing maintenance issues at Royal Lodge that even if Andrew does stay in the home with his ex-wife Fergie, that they're just not going to be in a position to really keep it up at that kind of top level of maintenance. And naturally, you know, these are things of historical national importance for the UK. So I think it's sort of more of a precautionary approach that, you know, some of the more significant pieces, they might quietly remove them off display out of Royal Lodge and maybe store them elsewhere. But I mean, again, another sign that, you know, they're prepared to work with Prince Andrew. It's kind of changed this narrative from, you know, the king insisting on removing him to now being like, okay, let's work together to work something out. And I think this is probably part of that.
Okay, we've also heard reports that Lady Louise Windsor is considering to move to Sydney for a semester abroad. Tell us more about Lady Louise and why does she want to come to Australia?
Yeah, well, of course, Lady Louise Windsor is the daughter of Prince Edward and Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh. She's also obviously one of Queen Elizabeth's grandchildren, and she is currently studying at St Andrews University. That's the same university in Scotland where Prince William met Princess Catherine more than 2 decades ago. And it's really sweet, actually. She reportedly has done something similar. She's met her partner there, and it's an Aussie guy, and he's actually from Melbourne originally. So,
I love that.
Yeah, I just think, you know, such a kind of, you know, sounds like a great relationship. They've definitely been together for a while from reports. I think it's one of those things where, you know, I'm sure, you know, she wants her privacy and she's a young woman, you know, at university. I think, you know, generally the press is pretty good with that. But there's definitely been some news that she is looking at possibly doing a semester abroad in Sydney at Macquarie University. I think that would be quite, you know, interesting. She wouldn't be the first one. A lot of her cousins have spent time in Australia, of course. Zara Tindall did a gap year here. Prince Harry did a gap year here. So certainly there's precedent for it. But I hope if she does come to Australia that we just sort of like chill out and let her live her life. And I think we're good at that. I think that's one of the great things about being Aussie is we just sort of let people live.
Yeah, I think so too. It would be very exciting if she does move to Sydney. Big news in the entertainment world. Liam Payne's loved ones have farewelled the singer in his native England over a month after his sudden death in Argentina. Look, what do we know about the funeral service so far?
Yeah, so this is something that's happened obviously overnight in the UK. Liam's funeral was held in Buckinghamshire, near where he had his final home in the UK. Originally, they didn't disclose the location of the service because they were, I guess, very aware about protecting the family's privacy and also security for the guests and everyone there, because there were a lot of high-profile people there. All of One Direction was there, which, I mean, isn't surprising, obviously, because they were such a significant part of each other's lives, but quite significant because, you know, we haven't seen all of One Direction together, all 5 of them, in over a decade. So they were all there. Of course, Liam's ex-partner, Cheryl Cole, was there. Simon Cowell was there. So certainly a lot of people from the entertainment industry, but also a lot of, you know, friends and loved ones of Liam. It was somber from the photos, but, you know, definitely an occasion of, you know, just sadness and, you know, and you just sort of wish the best for his loved ones at a time like this.
Absolutely. So heartbreaking. Reilly Sullivan, thank you so much for joining us on Power Hour.
Thank you.